Hello everyone, it's Kathy and you're back with me here at my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. Thank you so much for stopping by, and you're probably wondering, what is this mess? Well, I have a bin, and this is just a little plastic basket bin that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I think there was 2 of these for $1, which is great. They're nice and sturdy. And for probably the last 3, maybe 4 months, I have been just tossing my scraps into this bin. So I decided this morning that I wanted to take all my scraps out, and I did wipe this out because, you know, when anywhere you have paper, you get what I like to call paper dust. Maybe it was really dust bunnies, but nevertheless, I call it paper dust. But this was really dirty inside, so I cleaned it out. And I've got my pieces sorted according to color family. So I have everything that's red from dark to light. All of my red is in one stack right here. See if I can pull it all over. So this is all my reds. And I have all of my greens, everything that I would consider in a green family up here. All my blues, pinks, purples, orange, and then there were some colors like the black, the white. I think the rich raspberry could probably go into the purples. We'll do that. We'll put that in the purples. But then I had some slate and other colors, the dark, the basic gray, and some different colors like that that really didn't have a family per se. So the the early espresso, that is a color unto itself. Yeah, it's a brown, but I really didn't want to mix the browns and beiges, so I kind of kept those colors separate. I do have a little bit of black, and I do have a place that I put my black, so I'm just going to put it over here because I keep it separate from my colored cardstock. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to organize this, each stack. I'm going to go through my blues, and I'm going to pull out all of the Pacific Point. And I have a little color swatch, and you can make these yourself. This was actually given to me by my upline, and it has a sticker on it that gives you the Misty Moonlight cardstock. So I know this is Misty Moonlight, and it has the number, so if I need to reorder, I've got my order number right there. And each one of the colors, and what's so nice about this, it's on a ring, so you can take off the colors that retire, like the end colors, when one retires, and then just add the new one. And so simple, so easy to do. So this will come in real handy when you're sorting your scraps, because you can very easily flip through this and match a color. Let's say, for example, I'm not real sure what this one is. Now I know what it is because I work with these colors so often, but let's just pretend that I don't know, and I'll come over here and it looks like it might be this shade. I'll hold it up to it, it matches, so I know that's Balmy Blue. So that's how this comes in so handy for us to be able to use. So I might even do a tutorial on how to make one of these. It's so simple, and maybe I'll have a drawing to give away the one that I make. That would be a great project for anyone to do that loves everything Stampin' Up and wants to keep track of what color cardstock you have. All right, I'm going to go ahead and organize all this, and we'll meet right back up once I get each color organized in its family, or not family, but in its color class. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm reporting in to let you see where I'm at this point. So what I did is I grabbed just some plain white cardstock, and I made some little folders, and I'm going to label those after I get them all done. But this is Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Blushing Bride. So that's how far I've gotten, and I'm going to show you how I made these. Very simple, just an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm using some old cardstock that I had on hand. That's not my good stuff that I wouldn't want to, you know, stamp or do anything like a project or a card, but it's great for this. A good way to use this up, get use out of it rather than letting it lay around. So what I do is I put it in my Simply Scored scoreboard, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/4. Now this is 5.5 would be 5.5 would be the halfway point, but I want to give myself a little edge at the top, and you'll see what I'm talking about once I get this done. And just go ahead and crease it really good. Then you have this little place up here where you can put a tab or a color, so that way we know which colors go where. So when I make these, then I'm ready to put in, and this one was Flirty Flamingo, so I'm going to put that in there. That's Flirty Flamingo, and this is Flirty Flamingo. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, why have I got a brace on my wrist? I have carpal tunnel and have had it for years, and it only flares up every now and then, but it has flared up on me, so to keep my wrist nice and straight and hopefully not have to end up going to the doctor, I went and grabbed my carpal tunnel brace and put it on, and I'm doing ibuprofen, and I'm hoping that that will rectify the issue, and I should be good as new hopefully in a week or so. So bear with me while I'm trying to craft without being able to do this. But that's usually what causes the carpal tunnel, is turning your wrist in too much. So I've been sleeping in it, crafting in it. I don't cook in it because I feel like I'm getting stuff on it, so I do take it off when I'm preparing a meal. Alright, so moving right along, this looks like a half a sheet of cardstock, so I'm going to stick it over here. Anything a half a sheet or more is going to go back into the bin, the folder that that particular color lives in. So that one's done. I'm going to go ahead and make up a few more of my folders and get a little bit more of this done. We'll meet back up before I put the labels on, and I'll show you how I'm going to file this. And this will be a system that will work quite a few years for me, because it will help me keep my scraps organized, and that's always a good thing. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, I want to show you my process, how I'm coming along with my organizing my scraps. So what I've done is I had to change my bin because the one I had would not accommodate this many folders. I had a lot more scraps than I even anticipated having, and I still have probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 more folders to make to put in here, and I might even have to cut some of them shorter and put some here so that I can make them all fit in one bin, because that's my goal, is to have all my solid scraps here labeled with the color of the cardstock. And as you can see, I didn't label them with labels. I just wrote on it with my own handwriting. Like this is a really thick one because this was Misty Moonlight, and it's one of my favorite colors. I love it, and it is quite full of lots and lots of scraps. So I'm going to try the ones like this that are really full. I'm going to try my best to kind of tighten them up a little bit, not to take up quite as much space by bringing the pieces up. They're going to fall back down, but for right now, my Night of Navy is another one that I see that I've used quite a bit of that cardstock. And of course, coming right out of Christmas, my Real Red and a lot of my greens, like my Evening Evergreen, I used quite a bit of that during Christmas. The Old Olive, the Soft Succulent. I tried to group a lot of my colors together, but I'll go back probably and reorganize this to make it easier for me to find them. And the other thing I wanted to let you know, if I had any big pieces like this, and I did have quite a few, these were larger pieces that I had stuck in my bin. I had pulled out and maybe only needed a small piece off of. These I'm going to put back into the color where they came from, the package with the color that they are. So I'm going to go back through these. So I have like one here that is Pale Papaya. That one will go in there. I have a larger piece of Cinnamon Cider. That will go back in there. So any of my larger pieces, and I can see, I think this one is I want to say it's Smoky Slate, and that's a larger piece. So anything that I see that's in a larger piece like that, I stuck it over in my other bin so that I can organize it a little bit better. But I am coming along. Let me show you what I have left to do. I have some of my grays, and I have to look on my little color code thing to figure out which ones they are, because they are similar, and unless you are working with a specific color, sometimes it's a little hard to see what they are. That one, I'm not even sure what that one is. I'll have to check. But see the colors of the gray? Like this one is a little bluer. This is more of a true gray. So what I'll do is I'll just sort these out like this. Move my color code over there. And I'm going to go ahead and proceed to get these in stacks like this. And this is my cinnamon cider. Again, I'm just stacking them up. I want to do a series on showing you how to use up some of your pieces like this. I think it's so much fun. This was one of my greens, and I think I've already done this one. That one looks like either Old Olive, or I'm thinking it's Old Olive. So I can go in here real easy and pull out my Old Olive. Nope, it's not Old Olive. So let's see if it is Mossy Meadow. I don't think it's Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow's not quite. Oh, it is Mossy Meadow. Okay. So once you get these color coded, like, I mean, you know, labeled, it's real easy to go into your bin and just look for any particular color. And I've got some nice size pieces in here for some of these. I mean, some really good pieces that I can do really nice mats with. So the other one that I have that needs a lot of work on, let's move my grays up here because I don't have that many of those. I'm going to move cinnamon cider over here. And I have quite a few of these golds and yellows. So very simple. I'll just match the colors with the color. That looks like Daffodil Delight. This looks like Bumblebee. I'm not sure. That's where I'm telling you that to have one of these little things, and I am going to do that. I'm gonna pull out and make one. That is actually Mango Melody. So that told me real quick what color that was. This one is definitely Daffodil Delight. So we can see that one. This one might be Crushed Curry. Let's see. Where is my Crushed Curry? Right about here. Nope, that's not Crushed Curry. Do I have any Crushed Curry? Alright, this one definitely matches that, so let's flip that one over and see what it is. Okay, Mango Melody. So we already established that one. This one, I want to say So Saffron. Let's see how close I am. That looks like it right there. And it is So Saffron, I think. Yep. So I know I've got So Saffron. This is another Daffodil Delight. And speaking of daffodils, how excited are y'all to see some cards made with that daffodil bundle that we have? I can't wait to work with that. So I've got some things coming up, and I'm hoping I'm going to be starting on some Valentines here pretty quickly. So we will be working on those, as well as some cards for the spring and the upcoming season. We got lots of things coming up. We have Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day, we have Easter, and then of course our beautiful spring bouquets, and I love the florals, and I'm going to have so much fun working with some of those. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these done, and when I'm done I'll come back and I'll show you how nice everything looks with it all in order like I was hoping it to be. So we will be right back, and hopefully we'll have all these scraps straightened out and put together, and we can call this project done. Be right back. Okay, everybody, we have completed all of our scraps of our basic cardstocks. Now, this is all of the colors that I've used. Now, I'm not sure that I have every color in here. I did not go back and check. I only did folders for the colors that I had scraps for. So, with that being said, I may be adding to this as time goes by, but these are some of the more popular colors that I reach for time and time again, and I have them now organized. So, if I'm working on a project and I need a small scrap for a sentiment or a strip or whatever, I can easily know from the designer series paper what color that I need, and I can come here now to this this neat little folder that I made. And like I said, I picked up these bins. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree as well. Anytime I'm in there, I always look for any type of little storage bins like this. I'm probably going to make a label and put on the front of here. My little Cricut Joy does great labeling, so I might do a little label right here that says scrap bin, which I think would be really cute, and that way I'll have this all labeled up and my scraps are all in here waiting to be used. And the one thing that I have found to be so true is when you are organized, you can craft better and easier, which makes what we love to do even more enjoyable. So I hope that this quick little tutorial, now it didn't take me a quick amount of time to do this. This was time consuming, but it's going to save me so much time in the future. Not only that, once I do this, anytime that I'm finished with some scraps, I can come to the folder and drop them in. So say for example, if I use this piece of pumpkin pie and I cut off a strip and use it, I can very easily come and drop the rest of it back in here, and it will stay organized that way rather than just throwing everything into a bin. You know that anytime you file stuff, it makes it easier to find. I try to keep my dies in alphabetical order and my stamp sets in alphabetical order, which makes it easy for me to find them when I'm looking for them. And I may go back and alphabetize these, because that way I won't have to sit here and go like this when I'm looking for a particular color. I'll know that, you know, balmy blue, it will be with the bees, so forth and so on. So anyway, God bless you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to move that bin over out of my way. I'm going to be working on a project today, something that I'm hoping that everybody's going to fall in love with, and I can't wait to get started on this little project. And I was inspired by a card that I saw on our demonstrators website. We have a lot of demonstrators that post beautiful cards on that website. Now, of course, you have to be a demonstrator to be a part of that, which I feel so blessed. And I want to plug, if you have ever thought about coming into Stampin' Up, this month and next month will be the time that you will really want to do this, and let me tell you why. $99 will get you a kit. The kit is not something that Stampin' Up picks out for you. You go into the catalogs, either the annual catalog or the January to June mini catalog, the current mini catalog, and you can pick out $125 of anything you want. But then you also get to go back and choose 2 free stamp sets. So, and I always say, choose your more expensive stamp sets for your freebies, because it doesn't matter the dollar amount. You get 2 free stamps. So that is definitely something to think about. So if you see a set of dies and a stamp that you really love, you'll just buy the dies and you'll get that stamp, 2 of them, for free. Now, you don't have to buy the dies. You can pick out whatever you want up to $125 and then get your 2 free stamp sets. So something to think about. So if you've ever thought about coming into Stampin' Up, you do not have to do what I do. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. You can be your own best customer. And I mean, what have you got to lose? $99, free shipping. All you pay is $99 plus whatever your state tax is. So It's really a great time to think about it. And if you love Stampin' Up! Products like I do, it is a no-brainer, and it is definitely a win-win. So again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. God bless and keep you. I love you all so much. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say, every action, every word, everything, bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. Until we craft again, I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.